Oh, thank you, Tally. Oh, thank you. You're such a good therapy dog. Hi, kids. This is a segment on depression in children and adolescents. And this is my loving therapy dog, Tally Ho, who's just covering me with kisses. She's so awesome. Thank you, Tally. Now you're going to kiss my hand. All right. But we have to talk to the kids. Say hi to the kids. Give them a high five. Oh, more kisses. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, kids. All right. All right, Tally. I must speak now. Thank you. All right. All right. That's good. That's good. Okay. Now we have to get serious here because depression is a very serious thing. How do you know if you're depressed and you're 18 years of age or under? Because depression in children and adolescents is different than it is in adults. So if you are kind of sad, bummed out, or if you cry, especially if you're crying before you go to sleep at night, that's when a lot of kids cry. Or they'll start thinking about their friends or family members that they miss, or maybe their grandmother died. They'll start thinking about things like that at night. And if you're a kid that's crying at night, you might be depressed. If you feel discouraged, if you think, man, I just don't want to go to school, nobody likes me, I just feel discouraged about my life, I don't feel like going to my friend's house anymore, that can be depression. The future doesn't look so good. It doesn't feel quite the same thing as it used to. And maybe your self-esteem is low. Self-esteem is how you feel about yourself, whether you feel like you're a good person, whether you feel like you're okay, whether you fit in, whether you feel like, you're okay, you're all right. So if you're feeling like, no, I don't feel so good about myself, and I just don't like being around my friends anymore, I don't even want to go to school, you're probably depressed and need to tell your parents. Guilt is a feeling. If you feel a lot of guilt, like, oh, I'm always messing up, I'm doing things wrong, I get bad grades in school, my grades are falling, and if your grades are falling, you really need to look at whether you're depressed, because with kids, your grades are the first thing to go. So if your grades used to be good and they're not so good anymore, you may be depressed. And again, you need to tell your parents, hey, I think I'm depressed. I need to see somebody. Tally's looking a little depressed. Tally. Tell the kids you are not depressed. You are a happy dog. Say it. She said it. Did you hear her? There. I heard her. Okay. Don't go to sleep on me. Okay. You're such a good girl. Oh, more kisses. Yes. All right. Moving on. Irritability and frustration. If you are a grouchy sourpuss, if you're yelling at your parents, Mom, get away from me, or Mom, I hate you. Depressed kids say these things. If you've ever said to your parent, I just want to die, you are probably depressed. Kids don't normally say those kind of things. So if you hear yourself saying stuff like that, or if you've ever written to a friend at school, or told anybody that you feel like dying, you are depressed. And you need to see somebody. You need to talk to somebody. You need help. If you have lost interest in life and you don't feel like doing the things you used to do, then you're probably depressed. If you've lost your motivation, I used to like to go to math class, if you liked math to start with, but I don't like to now. I used to like history, or I used to like child development, or whatever classes you're taking. I used to like to do those things. But now, not so much. You've lost your motivation to do good in school. You might not even care anymore. Then that's depression. Remember, grades are the first thing to go. And if you feel like you just don't look good, if you feel like you don't look good in your clothes, you're maybe trying on different things, different outfits, because nothing seems to look right on you, that can be depression in an adolescent. Because how you look is very important to you, but if you don't feel like you look good, that can be a symptom. And then appetite. If you don't feel like eating breakfast, but you always did, if you don't feel like eating lunch, but you normally would eat lunch, or if you don't feel like eating dinner, if you've lost your appetite, you don't want food, or if you're eating too much and eating everything in the house or eating a lot of junk food, then either one of those, either eating too little or eating too much, can be depression. And sleep. Is it hard to go to sleep? Is it hard to stay asleep? Are you waking up every hour? Are you waking up at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and then maybe going back to sleep, maybe not? Are you waking up at 4 o'clock and you don't have to get up till 6 o'clock? That's depression. You should be able to go to sleep and stay asleep all night. That's a normal sleep pattern. So if it's anything besides normal, you could have depression. Sleep is one of the first things to go, besides your grades. And if you're worried about your health, if you have a headache and you think, oh my gosh, there's something wrong with me, I'm going to die. If you're worried about your stomach ache, or you have symptoms like an upset stomach, or your stomach hurts a lot, that can be depression. If you have headaches a lot, along with these other symptoms, that can be depression. And most importantly, if you've ever thought you just want to die, or you've ever thought about how you might hurt yourself, you must tell an adult, because you are depressed. Please tell an adult if you've ever had those thoughts or if you're having them now. This is therapist Kathy White, and Tally-ho, a not depressed therapy dog who likes to give kisses. So see somebody if you have any of these symptoms, or if you have any of the big ones like suicidal thinking or sleep problems or grade problems. See a therapist, talk to your parents, tell them you need help, show them this video, but get some help. All right. I will see you at my next segment. Have a good day.